Hey guys, welcome again to another showdown sweep. I'm Mr. Lucky Luke, and today's one we got ourselves the Dunsparce sweep. Now this is one of the Pokemon that is probably one of those ones that has a huge liking to it, but some of them has a huge disliking to it because honestly, this Pokemon, like the Dunsparce, like let's be real, what in the world did Nintendo think about? Like this is by far the most disappointing evolution they could think about, and the worst name they got it. Like any circumstance, this is the worst one. Honestly, like like couldn't give him like a more creative name? Like no, of course. But anyways, this is gonna be a very interesting one because I'm gonna be using obviously the Dunsparce set and move pull in order to get the sweep here and some of the decent ones. So compared to the Dunsparce and the Dunsparce, it does get like let's look at here because Dunsparce itself, not the Dunsparce, just normal one. Not the Dunsparce. Now Dunsparce compared to the Dunsparce, it does get a little bit of it does get actually quite a decent buff. The only difference is just the segment. Now there is a chance you can get I believe you can have a chance of getting a 2-segment one, which is one out of like I'm pretty sure it's a really common one, and there's a rare one you can get a 3-segment one with a 1%. For this one, doesn't really matter. I choose the 3-segment one just because it seems a bit cooler. So I decided I want to go for that one. Now this thing actually gets a new move called Hyper Drill. So it's a physical move which bypasses protection without breaking it. So if you go for like protect, or pretty sure even like I think even detect works, it'll be bypassing it. So it basically it won't miss whatsoever. So it can't be missed. Well, exactly. Just because the accuracy is 100% doesn't mean it will be infinitely 100% hit. Now we're gonna be trying to use its signature move Hyper Drill in the sweep here, and hope you guys and girls gonna enjoy this one. Now for this sweep here, it actually took a little bit of attempt because I actually was doing this one during my full confusing typing Pokemon team, and hope you guys and girls gonna enjoy this one. Now first battle here was against your lack of skill. I guess that must be some sort of name based around it. They're gonna first face me with a Koraidon, and I have my Chiyu lead here, and I pretty much was gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp and pretty much see if I can put the burn on the opponent. And basically what happened is they just send it to Florges, and I'm not sure whether this is a straight out special attacking sweeper or what exactly. So they're gonna go for the Moonblast, and I'm pretty much gonna go for the Fire Spin and giving them a little bit of spin on the fire. So the healing is going to heal me out from the leftovers, but that's all I can do. They're going to go for the Draining Kiss. I don't know why. Maybe try to heal me up a little, try to heal itself a little bit. And that's not going to do as much, but that's pretty much it for the strategy. For the first battle, I'm just going to go ahead the first part of it. So pretty much I'm going to go for the Synthesis, and yeah, I'm going to go for the Fire Spin and pretty much do a little bit of damage. And all I can do is just wait for the opponent to attack me, and they're gonna finish me off probably with a Moonblast, and that is pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy this one. I just went straight to the Dunsparce and see if I can pull the Dunsparce sweep. Enjoy. Alright guys, fortunately in the first battle we actually kind of got unlucky with the Skeletor encounter, and fortunately it just took me out with a bunch of Torch Song, and that ended the first battle. So let's jump into the second one, and this one is going to contain a little bit of Salt. So hope you guys are going to enjoy this one. Now I'm pretty sure I went for the same strategy a little bit, but except for this one, I actually had actually let me just start over because I actually have to do a little bit about switches because I'm actually currently using audio as well. But anyway, that's besides that. But yeah, we're gonna pretty much go ahead now and pretty much go for the same strategy. I was like doing a bunch of battles, and we got a Drifloon here, so I exactly know what this one's gonna do. It's gonna go for the Minimize and pretty much Baton Punch itself. So I pretty much went up to my Gengar and pretty much go for the Parasong because I need to get rid of this thing before I start Baton Punching some other mons. So I was like, this is pretty much a good opportunity for me to swap it now to the mighty the Dudunsparce and see if I can pull the sweep. So let's get this going. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoy the third battle there, or the second battle there, and let's see if I can get the third one. So pretty much the second one, we got a live salty rage quit with the Dudunsparce set, and obviously I could have easily won this one, but aside that, it looks like it didn't work out. So let's get to the actual one. So this is now a return to the Dudunsparce team. I actually was doing a couple of random fun battles, and I decided I want to go for the Dudunsparce team, and we had a full Moveset team leading things off. So this is one of the sweeps that I have to count this one, so if you don't like the sweeps that has a full team with the same mod, you can just cry about it, because I did lots of attempts, and yeah, this mod is not as good, so you better preach that this one counts. So this is a different set, because I'm actually using different the Dudunsparce on my team, and this one has a completely different move pool, different sets, and I will give you a full explanation at the end of the sweep. So the Dudunsparce number 1 is going to go down, first one, this is the normal one. And next one comes in is the Dudunsparce number 2. Not the Dudunsparce, Dunsparce only. So it's kind of annoying because you have to spell dun and then done. So yeah, they're gonna go for the population spam, and I'm pretty much gonna go for the I'm just gonna go ahead and to my coil Dunsparce and pretty much Baton Punch my set into my Baton Punch this setup or the stats into the Dunsparce number 1. The Dudunsparce number 1, obviously, and that is pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the third battle, and let's see if we can get the sweep here. So let's get this going. Hope you enjoy the Dudunsparce sweep. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed the Dudunsparce sweep there at the end of it. So let's explain some of the sets here, and let me tell you some more unique of the Dudunsparce that most people run often. Now, first of all, we got this first set here on the first two battles. We got a Angel Power Hybrid Drill Glare Rest set with Chesterberry, Syringe has the ability with Flying Terra. And we have max health, max attack, forfeit defense with a neutral nature, because for this one we needed we needed all the stats as possible. So we couldn't afford actually this time like we couldn't afford like a negative nature, because we need as much power with all of them, as much bulk, much speed, and much attack. So we couldn't afford to put a minus on any of the attacks, so it kind of happened. So but yeah, so we had this one obviously a max health, max attack, because I wanted to use the move Hyper Drill as much as possible. Now we got Ancient Power to get the 10% chance of getting an Ancient boost, or getting all the 1+ on every stats except for Evasion Accuracy. Pretty sure. With the Syringe, it will double the actual stats or the effect of the move. So essentially gives me 20% base, 20% to get the on the Ancient boost. So it is really necessary for me, because that's the only way for the Dunsparce to actually get its attack and special attack and all the stats by 1. Now, technically it does learn like Calm Mind and Coil and pretty much that stuff, but it is where that, even if you do it, you realize that you have to rely on a specific setup. Like, you can use Coil a bunch of times, but you realize the opponent's not gonna really much like it. So I was trying to give more creativity on these sets, so I didn't want to run like a competitively spamming setup moves with like using store power or hybrid drill only. So I decided I wanted to give it a go with this set here, because this one's more, it does have a little challenge between it, and it was kind of fun. So that is pretty much that. Now, the reason why I run a ghost type Terra is because it's kind of obvious to most people. So I decided when I run a flying type, it will be more unique, because why not? And yeah, that's pretty much for that set. Pretty much. Now the next one is this set here. It was the max health, max attack set, or not this one actually. This one's different actually. I think I meant to have a max speed or max attack on this one. So this one is actually kind of different. Actually, no. I don't know if this one is the same set I'm running or not. Let me quickly check, because I actually haven't done this. I do need to double check some of them in case I have done it or not. Let me see here. I do have made one, right? Let me check. Let me quickly give it a look on the other showdown quickly, so I know exactly if it is or not. Just need to clarify that. Yeah, whatever. Let me quickly give it a look. And no, I actually run this was a max speed and max attack set, so this was definitely wrong, not this one. So this one's definitely meant to be max attack, max speed, not max health one. So this one's definitely wrong. So let me quickly change that up. So now this one I think was meant to be a max speed, max attack with the muscle band's ability. Or then again, you can run max health or max speed, depending on if you want to run speedy or not. You can run basically anything. Now, I'm not sure if max health was necessary for this battle, or if this was meant to be in this one. Honestly, I don't really know if there was max health or max speed, but I think by saving this point, I just gotta be clarified that this can be max health. So in case of certainly, like sometimes you can run this one max speed, max health. If you want to run defendably, you can definitely run one of them. Now, this set here is actually, I think, was max health, if I'm not mistaken, because I was able to tank a lot of hits and actually able to withstand most of the damage on the Moveset. Now, I actually had this one with a Terra Ghost, because I want to avoid the normal type spam, and it worked kind of well. Now, I also had this was a Rattle as ability, in case, if I hit by a Bug, Bug, Dark, and Ghost type will give me actual access to get a +1 in speed. So definitely, yeah, this definitely was a max health set. So yeah, this one definitely was changed into it. Now I have Stone Edge, Hybrid Drill, Earthquake, and Ice Spitter as the move pool, with Muscle Band as the item, and that's pretty much it. Now, I actually have this one as a different set. I actually want to show you some of the move sets in case if you want to run this one as a different set. Most people can run differently, but I want to show you an example what most people can definitely, regardless, run if you want to or not. This one is kind of obvious. You can run a Rattle's ability, the Dudunsparce with weakness policy, with max health, max attack, 450 defense, and run like an agility sweeping set because you know it has a really good decent attack, but it doesn't gonna hit extremely a lot. So running Terra normal for Hyper Drill will be pretty decent for running it. Now you have Hyper Drill for signature move, Earthquake for just a coverage, and Zen Headbutt in case you're versing any fighting types. I would recommend you definitely counters like Quack Quabble or Iron Hands or Koraidon maybe. And most likely Koraidon doesn't appear, so yeah, that's definitely has a counter. But that means you have to run a lot of, you have to rely on using a couple agilities, maybe like 2 or 3, or 1 or 2, most likely, depending on how you want to run. But that's pretty much that. Next one is a spec set. Now, most people can run a spec or a physical one, depending on it. But I actually feel like you can definitely rely on the special set because actually, not gonna lie, compared to physical and special move pool actually is a lot more unique because not a lot of people expect it. So running a max health, max special attack on its arsenal is actually unique for it because you know if you want to run a special set or a physical set, you also have to rely on which opponent you're versing in. I also got to turn on the music on in the back so you can hear it. If you want to run a different Terra as well, you can definitely rely on moving its Terra normal to a different type. But running a Terra normal Boom Burst with the choice specs hits amazingly hard. Like it's really, really good. Now, it has moves you can run like Ancient Power for getting a plus one, give every stat of a chance if you want to. Boom Burst for its strongest normal type move. We got Flamethrower for coverage and Thunderbolt as well. And that's pretty much that. Now, next one is a King's Rock set you can run. If you want to run like a Mimi flinch set, you could run max health, max attack with the moves Glare, Headbutt, Zen Headbutt, and Bite for a little bit of a lulls. You know, and also because you have Serene Grace as the ability, it'll double the actual effect. So essentially, if you run like a Serene Grace with the King's Rock on this thing, like it gets like a 70% chance to almost guarantee to flinch the opponent because this one gets you a 10%. Like here's the thing, if you run Serene Grace, which double the effect, Headbutt does 30, so if you have Serene Grace, it'll double to 60, and the King's Roll gives you 10, it'll double to 80, so essentially you have an 80% chance to almost guarantee to flinch them. So it's an actual really good combination. So running this maybe like a speedy, max speed, max attack set, you can really troll the opponent. Or if you want to run like Glare, just to paralyze them and then flinch them with a bunch of Headbutt, Zen Headbutt, or Bite, you can definitely do it for yourself. And that is pretty much it. You can run any Terra if you want to, just make sure you go wild. Next one, however, is actually something I was actually planning to work on, but I never actually finished it. So let me actually figure out right now. So you can run like a trolling set, like Mud Slap to drop your opponent's accuracy, Coil to give yourself an attack and defense or accuracy, depend a bit, and then use Roost or to heal yourself and have the Alpha Kid Berry with it. Now you could now let me figure out a move you can run. Because like here's the thing, I don't think most people will expect it when it comes to strategies like this. So you can run maybe Law's Resort if you don't find any ghost type or rock or steel too much. You can definitely troll the opponent to have Mud Slab, Coil, and Roost stall them until then. So definitely can use Boom Burst, or not Boom Burst, Last Resort with it. Definitely hits pretty amazing. Then again, you have to rely on also make sure you hit them and not having a Terra differently. You also can run something that has moves that are enably able to hit anything, like Aqua Tail, as long as you're not fighting any water absorb. You can run Drill Run as long as you're fighting flying types. This is actually difficult that you think about. So you do have Ice Spinner, one thing. You can hit anything. Rock Slide hits everything. Stone Edge, pretty good hitter, but you realize you have to also rely on one attack, not twice, one attack to finish it off. So I can say either you can go for like a trolling set, or just more of a fun set. For my experience, I think you can try run like Body Slam. You know, running Body Slam will give you a paralyze the opponent, and essentially you can just have them paralyzed, Mud Slap, coil them, and roost stall them till they're pretty much down. And if you eat your Epica Berry, you're pretty much set to good to go. Now you can run maybe a different Terra. I can recommend you running like something that's not required to be affected too much with the like the fighting type. You can definitely run Fairy. Fairy can be immune to fighting it too much. You don't have to really worry about too much of the immunity, but you will resist to it. So the only thing you have to worry about is Steel and Poison type. Other than that, that's pretty much that. Yeah, I actually don't think that's really anything else besides that. I mean, I don't think it's really that too much of a unique Pokemon. Like, it is a decent Pokemon in general, but it's not exactly a part-time sweeper, I'm gonna say right here, because like it's a fun mon, but honestly, Game Freak might need to start evolving this thing again or redesign this evolution so it actually look a lot more interesting, or make the third evolution, you know, maybe make it more decent, so it actually evolves into something that'll actually make the Dunsparce or Dunsparce in general a lot more honorable. It makes sense, instead of like the Palmo line or Palmy line, which evolves into by it standing on the fours, to standing on a little bit of its two legs, and then evolves into, well, a bigger version of it. I'm sorry, but alright, excuse me. But yeah, but that's pretty much it for the Dunsparce a sweep here, and a little bit of a moveset guide here, a little bit of a mini one. You can really run anything besides you know, using spam ones. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys and girls enjoyed today's sweep there on the Showdown. And we actually have another upload later on. And that's it. Sorry guys, but honestly, for the Dunsparce, I have not as much love on this thing. So I'm pretty much going to end it pretty much as fast as I can, so you guys and girls can enjoy it later on, or watch it later on. Alright, stay lucky out there and take care.